Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Leo, Sun, Moon or Rising, and it's the weekly reading for the week of April 22nd to 28th. So your cards this week, Leo, energies leaving, completing or transitioning. You have Judgment. Focus energies this week is Justice, clarified with the Tower, and you have the Two of Cups coming in towards the end of the week. So Leo, you do have some quite intense cards here, but never fear, because it's building towards a really positive outcome towards the end of the week. So three major arcana, so it does indicate that the situation that is your focus of this week is something fairly significant. You know, if it was more minor arcana here, you know, it indicates sort of like just a blip, or, you know, something quite fleeting that will pass over fairly quickly. But yeah, with the three major arcana, it's quite a significant change or transition that's coming through for you this week. So Judgment. So in your recent past, it looks to me like you've potentially been giving something a second chance and sort of really laying yourself bare and being vulnerable to that situation to see if that will work out. Now, with the cards that are sort of on the table here, I'm going to take my best guess that this is a relationship situation. So, you know, with Judgment, it's almost that feeling of that the past and future coming together, and you're sort of really making that decision based on all the information of, you know, which way to go. It can also be the card of forgiveness. So was there a part of yourself that you needed to heal and forgive in order to move forward in this relationship? Did you need to forgive somebody else? It can also indicate that maybe somebody from the past came back and attempted to rekindle the relationship with you. Or, you know, you're just sort of giving somebody your second chance, or, you know, your last call to make a success of things. It can indicate like a very, you know, strong completion of a karmic cycle, and, you know, sort of setting the stage for a new karmic beginning. So it's also the card of vulnerability. So you can see the people here in the card, you know, it's like they've dropped everything, they've peeled the onion, they've exposed all sides of themselves, they've even removed their clothing, and they're offering themselves to the heavens. So I feel like in this situation, you feel like you've given so much of yourself, like you really laid yourself bare, and you've become, you know, you were very vulnerable in the situation. You gave everything you have, and yeah, now basically it's the last call. You know, is this going to work out or not? Are you staying or are you going? This is the situation that you're in, and I feel that this is the week where it all comes to a head. So you have Justice as your focus energy, clarified with the Tower. So, you know, Justice is the card that indicates that a modification needs to take place, a fair and equitable adjustment. So it means that things are, you know, it's time to sort things out. And with the Justice card, things sort themselves out fairly. Whether that works in your favour or not, it will be fair in terms of the universal balance sheet, which always adds up. So, yeah, I mean, if you're staying together, this could be the time that you sort of sit down and you work through everything. You put your cards on the table, literally, and tell people, you know, tell the other person exactly what you want. You lay yourself bare and you work through it. If you're deciding to go your separate ways, this could indicate, you know, legal proceedings, divorce papers, that kind of thing. Either way, you know, the adjustment is going to happen this week for you. You know, you're sorting out your affairs. Now, this is clarified with the Tower here, so I feel like the Tower in this situation indicates that potentially you didn't plan to bring this to a head this week, but something might happen to, you know, really shake things up and basically, you know, I won't use the word force, but to, you know, make you look at things this week. So whether, you know, some information comes to light, or you have an argument, or you really just decide, well, you know, you've had enough, and, you know, you're sort of feeling, you know, vulnerable, exposed and worn down, and it does come to a head this week. Now, the Tower's not to be feared. You know, the Tower moment happens when the universe needs to step in, because potentially you weren't paying attention to the signs that it was time to sort the situation out. So the universe steps in and creates a situation It can make you feel quite chaotic and in a sense of crisis, but this is to make you take action. It's to make that tower fall so that you are forced to kind of look at the situation, really. That's really what it indicates. The tower indicates that the situation was on a unstable foundation. It was shaky, so it's time for it to come down. And the warning with the Tower card is don't try and rebuild it in the same fashion, or you'll find yourself 2 months, 6 months, 12 months down the track at another tower moment in exactly the same position. So if you do decide to stay together and rebuild the situation, you must rebuild it from a new place. So you must forgive, let go, you must clear this energy and start the slate clean. So enough of the heavy stuff. At the end of the week, you've got the Two of Cups coming in, which is a beautiful energy, and it is the card of partnership, of love, of twin flame, soulmate energy. So I feel that you're going to work through this situation, and you're going to end up in a better place than you were when you started, a much better place. I think it's going to be amicable. You're really going to see eye to eye, and you're going to work through this. Very beautiful energy, and sometimes it takes a big shake-up, to work through things in your relationship and get back to that connected place. 2 is the number of partnership, connection. There's an element of spirituality here. We've got the sign of ascension, of spirituality, of the Kundalini energy, with element of spirituality here. It's almost like this was a karmic contract, and it's playing out. And it was meant to go through these things. You have to go through these things to grow and evolve in your relationship. So I feel like you're going to end up in a good place. So yeah, good luck with that, Leo. Don't fear the Tower. It's meant to happen. It's a blessing. Just keep in mind, this is a blessing in disguise. It's the universe stepping in, spiritual energy. It's got your back. It's completing the karma for you. So good luck with that, Leo. Have a great week. Work through it. Use your Leo strength. You've got that in bucket, so you're going to be fine. And just keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate for everyone. Not everyone's going to find themselves in this situation this week, but some of you will, and this reading is for you. So we'll see you again next week for another reading.